Hey, Journey, what's up? Miss you. I feel like I've said that 1,000 times over the last couple months, but it's just so true. And I want to make sure you hear me say it at least one more time. I miss you guys. We cannot wait to be around each other again, which is why we're doing this current teaching series that we're in right now called Better Together. And as a matter of fact, tonight we're taking a little bit of a departure from where we've been for the past couple weeks. You're going to be watching a video here in just a few moments of a recorded Zoom meeting we had with our entire teaching team. So you're going to hear from Savannah and Emily and Karis and Corbin and Hudson and Mason as we just kind of pitch some questions around and see what's going on in our hearts and our minds and our souls as we walk through this quarantine time. Some really unique and I'm going to tell you some special perspectives that you're going to hear from these students. We are better together, which is why we wanted you to see us being better together as a teaching team. To kind of help frame our minds and our thoughts for what you're about to hear from these students, I wanted to read you a passage of scripture in the out of the Old Testament in the book of Ecclesiastes. This is in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, starting in verse 9, and the Bible says this: two are better than one. I mean, right off the bat, better together. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. Verse 12, and though a man may prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him. Want to know why? Because a threefold cord is not quickly broken. We've said this a lot during the season, and I want you to hear me say it one more time. We are better together. We're not designed to live in quarantine. We're not designed to live by ourselves. We're designed to live in very real, authentic community with each other. So for the next couple weeks, as we continue on in this Better Together teaching series, that's exactly what you're going to see. You're going to see your teaching team just kind of peeling back the curtains a little bit, letting you into their hearts and their minds and their souls, and inviting you into what the Lord has been doing in them and through them. And tonight's questions especially, some things that they feel like God is preparing for them in the future. So thanks for joining us tonight. I'm going to ask you to pass this link on to your friends. There's a lot of really good things that are about to be said that you need to hear, that your friends need to hear, that I know are going to bless you and challenge you and really want to press you into a growth pattern with your Savior. We miss you guys. Can't wait to be around each other again. But until then, check this out. We are better together. All right. Hey, everybody. Y'all good? Mason, good to see you. Hudson, good to see you. 2 thumbs up from Emily. Savannah smiling. So there's good. Karis is smiling. And Corbin is waking up. So I think we're tracking. It does, maybe somebody else has already said this to y'all, but this does feel very Brady Bunchy, right? Like if you look up and down and you look at the person next to you, it's true. It's true. All right, so got some questions tonight because, like we've been saying for this past little bit, we are better together, and we will very soon be together, but we're not together tonight. So next best thing is to get our teaching team together and show us what it means to be better together. So just going to run through a series of questions, catch up with each other, and see what's going on. So question number 1 for Savannah and for Mason is this: having been in quarantine, what do you personally miss the most? Savannah, you're up first.
Okay, so it's very interesting because all that I think about is that I miss my normal life to an extent, but it's hard to pinpoint exactly what you miss. But in a very genuine way, the thing that I've been missing the most is church, and of course I've grown up going to church, and so that's just been a part of my weekly routine for as long as I can remember. But it's not just the action of going to church as much as it is just the community of it, and just getting to see so many faces every Sunday and Wednesday and getting to hug everybody. And I just realized now how important it is, how important community is, and how it's not the same. Yes, I'm so thankful for technology, but that's definitely the thing that I miss the most. And I'm really excited to go back to hopefully that soon. So that's what I have. Mason, your turn.
Hey, all right. So for me personally, I guess I also miss church quite a bit. But another thing I'm really missing is school. Surprisingly, like I never thought I would miss going to school, but it was one of the things that now I realize one of my favorite things to do, because I got to go and hang out with all my friends and see some really cool people and just talk to people, and it kept me busy, which is a thing that I took for granted a lot before this time, is just keeping yourself busy at school. So yeah, I think school is the number one thing that I'm missing right now, surprisingly.
Good answers. Mason, follow up. Do you miss going to get your hair cut?
Not at all. I hated that.
Okay.
Haircuts are so annoying. You have to sit there still. It's not how I work.
I literally just cut mine about 20 minutes, about 45 minutes before we started recording this. So
It's funny.
Yeah, I have to. You don't have to. All right, fantastic. Next question. This one is for Emily and for Corbin. I'm pointing on my screen, and I know it's not the same on your screen. It's okay. Emily and Corbin, question is, what did you think you had missed, but it turns out you really don't miss it? Emily, you're up first.
I really thought I would be miss being busy for the majority of my time. Like I had usually some sort of event almost every single day, and I really don't miss it as much as I thought I would, because I like to keep myself busy. So it's really surprising, but I like having some time to myself. So what about you, Corbin?
It's a really good question, and I hadn't really thought about it before we started talking about doing this Zoom, but I would say school. I know Mason just said he misses it, and I miss the people that I get to see at my school, and for the first week that really bummed me out, but finding different ways to connect with them has kind of mitigated that. But actually, like, going to school and sitting down and having to spend 45 minutes to lectures, when in reality now we know we can do the work in 15 minutes in our bedroom. Like, I don't really miss all the wasted time and wasted busy work that we have just from having to go through the school system.
Interesting thought. So yeah, that's at the end of this time together, we're going to circle about how we're going to circle back to what you just said and talk about how we think this season is going to impact us for the long term. And I think you're onto something there, because it's revealed in all of our lives. I think some ways that we waste time regularly, and then some things that we spend time doing when we really should be doing other things, which is kind of like wasting time, but a little bit different. Interesting. All right. Oh, also, by the way, great use of the word mitigated. That's like straight up SAT. Nicely done. All right. Good answers, guys. This one is for Karis and Hudson in that order. Karis, question number 1. What can you not wait to do again?
Okay. I really can't wait to be around my friends again, and like kind of what Savannah said earlier, just be able to all come together on Wednesday nights and be able to worship, because I really miss being in that atmosphere where you can just stand there and you can hear a bunch of voices around you and know that you're all gathered there, like for Jesus, and the amount of community, and just you feel so much support from people around you. And I miss having that support system daily where I can go into school and just know that there's people there that love me and that are excited to see me. And so I'm really, really looking forward to being around those people again. What about you, Hudson?
Yeah, I really didn't know how much I liked going to the movies before I thought about this question. I'm really excited just to go to the movies, get a nice buttery bowl of popcorn, a drink maybe, just get my select seating, pull up the seat number on my phone and just watch a good movie. That combined with just going back to church and kind of getting back into a regular schedule again.
Do you remember the last movie you saw before you got shut away?
Maybe not. I remember, I don't know if I remember the last one I saw. I remember one of the last ones I saw, I bought the wrong movie tickets right before we walked into the theater. And it was for, I don't even remember what movie. My dad was like super excited to see this action movie, and he lost it. It was I bought the wrong tickets, and we got it all fixed at the counter, and he was so upset. But I'm just excited to go back to the movies.
Yeah, I get it. We've had a couple nights where we did one for Joshua's birthday. We rented. I can't even remember the name of the movie. Karis, do you remember?
Onward.
Onward, yeah, we rented on. No, it came out on Disney Plus. Yeah. So we watched it on Disney Plus, and then this last weekend or a couple weekends ago, we rented Trolls. Onward's way better than Trolls, and yeah, it's not nearly the same. Even if you have butter popcorn at the house, it doesn't equal the same thing. I'm with you, Hud. Good answers. All right, so serious questions. I mean, those are fine and serious and fun, but here's some legitimate deep questions. This first one is for Emily and then Savannah. Question is this: is there a passage of scripture or a song or a truth about God that's helped you during these past few months? And if there is, what is it and why has it been such a help to you? Emily, what's up?
So there's this one passage that caught my eye while I was doing a devotional on the YouVersion app, and so I highlighted it and saved it for later. And that is Hebrews 13, verse 5. Keep your life free from love of money and be content with what you have, for he has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And this has really kind of impacted me, and I chose this because I haven't recently, like the last couple of months, I haven't been super consistent with like studying the word and things like that. But really, as soon as I asked God for help and was consistent with having conversations with him and spending time with him, he slowly and is still slowly like bringing me into this state where I'm getting back on track kind of with my life, and just making me remember like to be thankful for what I do have, because right now it's really important for that also, so that you can keep up like your a good mental health and that kind of thing. Yeah. All right, Savannah.
Okay, awesome. So for me, so it's been a song for me. It's called Pieces by Bethel. And it's been really impactful to me over the course of these last couple of months. But I love worship music and I love listening to worship music. And it's so funny because every once in a while, like I'll just like have this song that I just listen to on repeat, and it just really, really touches my heart. And this was one of those songs. And it's so funny because I knew all the lyrics to it. And then I listened to it. I listened to it like a month and a half ago, and like it broke me like just completely. Like it's all of a sudden like the lyrics just hit different and like in a different way, and you just like accept that truth, I guess. And so I'm gonna read the bridge of it, and then it kind of explain why it touched me so much. It's kind of funny having to read songs because you want to sing it, but I'm not gonna sing it because that'd be bad. But it says, your love's not fractured, it's not a troubled mind, it isn't anxious, it's not the restless kind. Your love's not passive, it's never disengaged, it's always present, it hangs on every word we say. Love keeps its promises, it keeps its word, it honors what's sacred because its vows are good. Your love's not broken, it's not insecure, your love's not selfish, your love is pure. And also, lyrics are amazing, but the song, just everything mixed together, it was just like a really important truth that I needed to hear, because I think just the love that we're exposed to and the love that we see in our society is just not accurate, because that's not what God defines love as. He is love. And this was just such a beautiful reminder of all of these things. And it just, every single time I listen to that, it just gives me goosebumps because of how true it is, and just the type of love that he shows to us. And it's just, every single time I listen to it, it's just so funny how powerful just the Holy Spirit is, because you think you're going to listen to a song and like the lyrics are going to hit less every time, but every single time I listen to the song, it's just the same reaction, and it's the same like stirring in my heart, and it's like something that I'm like, wow, like I never want that to go away. Like I always want to feel this excitement. I always want to be this eager to accept this love that he gives to me, and so that's been cool, because like you think that like the spiritual high or whatever for this couple of minutes of the song is going to fade, and then it doesn't, because God's love doesn't fade, and it's so pure and it's so passionate for us, and it chases us down. And that's what I've been feeling during this quarantine. So that's all.
Nice, good answer. And I think you answered my next question, but I have to ask it anyway. Would you sing it for us?
I so wish I could do that for you, Roger. I really do.
No, not for me. I don't want you to sing it for me. Everybody else on this video recording right now and watching this would want to hear you. So
it's just, everybody has spiritual gifts. I'm so sad that we didn't get to do that D now to learn about that, but maybe after that D now we can just come to the fact that is not my spiritual gift. So
to quote the great Mason Wellborn from Sunday, you got to shoot your shot. So I'll ask you one more time, because you never know who's watching and who could offer you some kind of recording contract. You want to go for it?
Please, like anything else.
Okay.
Not that one.
So that's enough.
I'm still waiting on that MacBook Pro.
Hey, well, it's only been like 3 days, man. Come on, give us a break. Not us, because I'm not going to buy you one. Maybe somebody else. Yeah. All right. Good answers. Savannah, I'll ask you one more time when we wrap up if you want to go for it, just to, again, give you one more chance. Okay, all right. Next question for Karis and for Hudson. And that order question is this. What have you learned from God? Oh, I'm sorry. What have you learned about God? And follow up on that, what have you learned about yourself?
So I've learned a lot about God through this and like kind of peeling back the different layers of him and like everything that he is to me. But I think the most important thing that I've learned is that he is someone who's always there to talk to. Because I mean, you can talk to your family, but eventually you need like a different voice just to hear like a different opinion or whatever. And there's been some mornings where, not mornings, it's been like, I guess 3 a.m. is technically the morning, but I'm just like, I can't fall asleep and I don't know why. And so I'll just sit up in bed or walk around my room a little bit and just kind of sort through whatever's been on my mind. And he might not be verbally in my, or physically in my room and verbally speaking to me, but I feel like he's there and he's like reassuring me that this isn't fun and it's not like ideal, but it is going to get better. And the more you pull towards me, the less you'll feel alone or like you're all by yourself. And I think something that I learned about myself also through that is that I'm very people dependent, that I need other people to have around me to like, if they're sad, then I'll be sad with them, or if they're happy, then I'll be happy with them. But I'm kind of learning that like I can have my own emotions and feel like whatever I need to and have my own problems and not just take on theirs and be able to sort through it by myself and not have to like, well, by myself with God, obviously, but not have to like tell a bajillion people about it. What about you, Hudson?
I feel like so many of us, I've grown up in a Christian school, Christian family, and a church. So I think there's not very many like knowledge-based like aspects of God that I can like learn, like discover something new. Like I know he's good, he's forgiving, he loves me, but it's just getting deeper into what that means. And now he loves me and he forgives me. So I guess more than something like specific I've learned about God, I've just begun to find this new like appreciation in myself and this getting deeper into relationship with Christ and like what I'm allowing to be the Lord of my life. So learning about God I've just been getting deeper in my relationship with him, and then with me, it's kind of been making me think about like what's the Lord of my life, what am I serving. So I've learned about me is just like where my priorities are set, and just learning about God, just getting deeper in my relationship with him.
Yeah, nice. Well said, both of y'all. It actually reminds me of something that I think it was Savannah that said during our recording this past Sunday. She said that this quarantine has really given her an opportunity to release some of the, or not release, maybe get rid of some of those distractions that so many of us encounter on a not even a weekly basis, on a daily basis, that aren't necessarily bad things, but still have an opportunity to find their way into their place between us and God, and allow us to kind of back away from the responsibilities we know we need to have. So yeah, well said. Nicely done. All right, last question. This is it. This is the last one for the night. This one is for Mason and for Emily. So Emily, you're going to wrap this thought up for us. Question is this. How do you think this season of quarantine will impact you in the future? Not just now, because we've talked about some of that, but how about in the weeks, months, years, and maybe even decades in the future? How do you think we're going to be changed forever because of all this stuff? Mason.
I think personally, like the way that I'm going to be changed is just my outlook on life. Like there's a thing where nothing is guaranteed now. Like we can't be thinking that we are going to get anything anymore. Like we have to work. It makes me more live in the moment because it, like, once I go back into the world, I'm going to live in the moment and enjoy every moment that I have, because I don't know when I'm going to have to be bunkered in my house again. We never know what else could happen. And things could change on the spot like they did with this. So I think it's going to be a lot of people making that adjustment to just enjoy the moment. And I think life, for me personally, life is going to be a lot more enjoyable when I'm out, and because I'm going to be enjoying every single moment that I have and living it to the fullest, especially now that I know that nothing is guaranteed. Like if you were to tell me in February that we wouldn't have graduation when we were supposed to, and we would have to have it like outside or something, I would be like, you're crazy. But now it's like, oh great, we're gonna get it outside, like we actually have it. So it's just relish in everything you have. And I'm gonna kick it on over to Emily.
So I have a couple of little things. The first one is, I mean, it's already definitely changed like a part of who I am and how I view the things around me and people around me. Just because being without school and church and not being around people for so long, it kind of makes you think about just a lot of things. Like I don't really know how to explain that a little bit further, but kind of piggybacking off of what Mason said about like living in the moment. It's also and God has also definitely like impacted me by making me realize that I need to be more clear about what I want and step up more and not be so shy about things, and because that's how you get these like amazing people in your life, and that's how you start doing life with people, and it helps build a closer relationship with the Lord. And sometimes, you know, people will join you or you will join these people that you are doing life with on your walk with God. And so like with Ruth Chambers, she and I have been doing life together now for almost 4 years. We started, you know, getting to know each other and started doing life together as with her as my small group leader when I was 13, and I'm almost 17. And so it's a really long time, but I'm so thankful for it, just because without her stepping up, I probably wouldn't have had this close of a relationship with her or with God or with any of her family. And so I've definitely learned that I need to, you know, be able to put myself out there a little bit more.
Yeah, nice. I think suffices to say we would all answer very much the same way. It's shifted perspective. I think that's maybe a good way to sum up what you just said, Mason, and you too, Emily. This perspective has changed. I mean, there's hope for the future, but there's no guarantee that it's going to be the way it is even now. So yeah, nicely done. Well said. All right. Follow-up question. What's your favorite color? Savannah, you first.
Well, it was blue, and now I'm going to make it more specific and say light blue.
Light blue. Baby blue, like robin's egg blue?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Emily?
Okay, so I have two. One of them is like colors mixed together, but anyways, my first one is like anything aqua, or like basically aqua. And my second one, I actually have a mug that says this, and it's like my favorite mug in the entire world. And it says my favorite color is mossy oak camo. And
There you go.
don't argue with me on that, okay? It's a color. It's a color.
It's like all the colors. Yeah, exactly. Karis, favorite color? Let me guess. Blue.
Well, it's a shade of blue. It's like turquoisey blue, but not like, you know, like the Journey Students shirt? It's like that blue. And then I also like a dusty rose pink color. It's very, very specific.
Yeah, so not an easy answer to an easy question. Good.
So easy.
Yeah. Mason, let me guess. Gold.
Yeah,
It is.
I'm a fan of gold. I also like beige. Beige is pretty cool.
Beige. Okay.
Opaque.
Opaque beige. Hudson?
Yeah.
I like the color white.
Still
Not
with
like-
white.
Not like a sane asylum white, like just in a box of white. Like I like beige too, but like a nice creamy white. It's like it's clean, it's smooth. There's like no marks on it. It looks good.
Your favorite color is light tan.
You say still though. You say still like it's gonna change from when you asked us a week ago.
Well, technically like 3 days ago, but yeah, for our viewing audience, yeah, a week ago. Fantastic. Corbin?
So after much deliberation, I decided that two. All right, I have a
Okay.
favorite color to wear, and I have a favorite color to look at. It might just be a generic thing, but like khaki color or like a light brown, like That's what Mason said. I think that's my favorite color to wear. I have brown on right now.
Yeah.
My favorite color to look at, though, would probably be, even though I'm going to A&M next year, I have to say like a burnt orange. Like I just like burnt orange on stuff.
Hey, this is being recorded and can probably be used against you as soon as you get
I know,
to.
in like 4 months, I'm going to be forced to change that. So I get it in.
Wow. Hudson, don't tell your dad. Or do. That's fine. Savannah, definitely tell your father. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we are done. That's all the questions for tonight. I didn't see the colors that you responded with being the colors that you would respond with, so nicely done. Any last words of wisdom before we depart? Anybody?
Roger, would you like to join the beige gang?
I mean, our whole house is beige. Every wall, every ceiling in this house is beige. As you can see in Karis's picture back there. Yeah, everything is beige. And she wants to paint everything gray, which would require a lot of work and a lot of time. So yeah, currently I'm a huge fan of beige because it requires less work. You what?
It doesn't take that much time. I painted my entire room gray.
Room. I'm talking about the house, Corbin. The whole house.
I've done that too. That takes a lot of time.
Yeah, that's.
For my room, we can just do my room. That's cool.
No, we're not having this conversation right now. Okay. All right. Guys, I can't wait to get around each other again. Seriously. I mean, this is okay. This is actually really awesome. I'm glad we got a chance to do this. We're gonna do this for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, can't wait to get around you guys again. All right. Love you all. Nice answers. Nicely done. We'll see you real soon. Adios. All right, so you heard it, and I know you're feeling the same thing I'm feeling. We can't wait to be around each other again. That's the truth. It's where we are right now. Hey, listen, as we continue on in this Better Together teaching series, I really want to hear from you and what's going on in your mind and what's going on in your life. And we would love to invite you into these Zoom meetings so that we can record them and we can let everybody else know what's going on in your heart. So if you want in on these recordings and you feel like there's something that God has laid on your heart that you want to speak over the rest of our student ministry, I'm going to ask you to text me at our Journey text number. That number is 817-406-2100. 817-406-2100. Text me. Let me know if there's some things that the Lord is doing in your heart that you want to bring to the rest of the group, and we can get that time set up. We want to hear what the Lord is talking to you, the thing that He's saying to you, some things that He's drawing you through right now, and how He's building you up in this time. Journey, hear me. We will be together soon. We were designed to be together. We're going to follow all the rules just like we're supposed to follow, but in our hearts and in our minds and our souls, as the Lord continues to draw us together, even though we're separated by distance, we will very soon be better together. Together. Can't wait. Love you guys. Have a great week. Send this link on to your friends. Invite them into what the Lord's doing in Journey, even though we're not really together in Journey right now. He's still doing some great things in us and through us. So forward this on to them. Love you guys. Miss you. Can't wait to be around each other. Love you guys. Miss you. Can't wait to be around each other again. See you later.